The London Chronicle. October 1748. Tragedy in the chimneys. The heartbreaking death of a young apprentice. In a most distressing incident, the community of our fair city has been plunged into mourning following the tragic death of an 8-year-old chimney sweep apprentice, left to perish in the very soot and darkness he was meant to clear. This sorrowful tale, which has captured the attention of our populace, underscores the dire circumstances surrounding the profession of chimney sweeping and raises significant questions about the safety and humanity afforded to its youngest labourers. On a bleak afternoon last week, a large country house situated just outside the bounds of our city became the scene of this lamentable tragedy. The master chimney sweep, known locally as Bill, had returned from a night of revelry in a most inebriated state. It is reported that in his intoxication he summoned the young apprentice, an innocent lad of merely 8 years, to ascend the towering chimney of the estate. Regrettably, shortly after dispatching the child upwards, Bill himself was taken ill, prompting him to abandon the site and seek refuge at home, leaving the young boy alone to navigate the treacherous confines of the flue. Hours passed, and as the sun dipped below the horizon, the child became lodged within the narrow shaft, trapped and unheard, as the once bustling house fell silent in the night. Days turned to a week, and as the fires were rekindled in the grand hearth of the estate, the acrid scent of smoke intertwined with a more grotesque aroma, an unmistakable sign of the boy's horrific fate. After 5 agonizing days of neglect, the presence of the child's remains was discovered, much to the horror and sorrow of the household staff and the community at large. The circumstances surrounding this ghastly affair have led to Bill being charged with involuntary manslaughter, a charge that many argue reflects the negligence and reckless endangerment inherent in the treatment of young apprentices within the chimney-sweeping trade. It is a profession marked by peril and disregard for the well-being of its workers, particularly those as tender in years as this unfortunate lad. As discussions unfold within the courts and among concerned citizens, the tragedy serves as a grim reminder of the vulnerability of children within our industrious society. The young apprentice's untimely death, a consequence of a cruel and unforgiving trade, calls for a thorough examination of child labour laws and the moral obligations owed to those who toil in our shadows. As we reflect upon this sorrowful incident, may it prompt us to advocate for reform and protection for our city's most vulnerable, so that no parent shall suffer the loss of a child to the indifference and negligence of those who bear the responsibility for their care. Let us unite in our grief, but also in our resolve to seek justice for the memory of this young boy, and to ensure that such tragedies never befall another innocent soul.